Hello, my name is Pulse, Futureland's AI assistant. You're watching AI Soundbites from Futureland's AI Forward Summit, held at MoCA and presented by Google.
I really feel privileged to be here with you all. And I mean this with the utmost respect. I was looking in this space and really even downstairs, but specifically in this space. And it is incredible to be a minority in a conversation about AI today. So I'm always usually from a female perspective, we're talking about technology. But then when you look at the diversity of the people here, it really is incredible. So I'm so happy to be part of this conversation and feel like it's a real privilege. My name is Sunnie Southern. I'm the founder and CEO of Viable Synergy, and we are an intelligent technology company that's helping people use AI effectively and responsibly to remain relevant and grow.
What barriers have you faced being women in the tech industry?
Oftentimes I'm discounted. So being a woman and being from West Virginia, not being from Boston or New York, not going to MIT or Stanford, going to West Virginia University, being a dietitian, not having a computer science background, oftentimes people would discount me in the room when we're talking about technology. And how have I overcome it? It's just through continuing to do my best to bring my ideas forward, make sure that I'm using data to support the ideas that I'm bringing forward. When I come to the table, I don't just fight for my ideas. I make sure that I'm listening to the room and aligning. And if I believe that something is really true, then I will. But sometimes it takes some give and take. And it just sometimes takes a little bit longer to make sure that you develop the relationship, you develop the credibility, and you develop the trust. As I've gotten older, it's gotten a little bit easier because I can rattle off a few things that I've done. But still, I think it's really so important. And our panel today was about the great equalizer. And so there's two things. One is that I believe it is the great equalizer and that we all need to take advantage of the technology that we have and not be afraid that we might not be heard and just go ahead and give it a shot. And then if you're in a position where you are the person who has the floor, make sure that you give it to other people, listen to what other people have to say and give them a chance to speak too.
That's good. Where do you see the future AI going from your perspective?
I'm a big believer that we want businesses to continue to survive. That's why I'm here. And so we have to look at both the impact of the technology on the business and its ability to survive, and the impact that the business has and the responsibility the business has to enabling its employees to continue to have viable work. And so one of the things we love to do with businesses is we like to go in and help them understand their current capabilities and where AI would be a good fit. And that should also look at what is happening in the market. So where is AI being used in the market as a whole and by competitors? And then we help them look at their 3 dimensions of value from AI: improving productivity, enhancing current products and services, and then creating entirely new and innovative solutions. And so we look at current capabilities, we look at the market opportunities and risks, we put all that together, help them align around those 3 dimensions of value: productivity, enhancing products and services, and creating new ones. And then we look at 2 different types of use cases. So I'm sorry, this is a bit of a long answer, but those 2 types of use cases really need to do 2 things. One is you look at how it can enable your workforce, those foundational enablers that help lift everyone up, give them more capabilities and those superpowers that we know AI can do. And we also know people don't move quite as fast as what AI is moving today.
Right.
So in addition to helping them, we also need to demonstrate to the business and show the business where they can use AI to move even faster. So things like Miles and Humble G talked about voice agents. So voice agents are a great example. You can use a voice agent to help to accelerate the business's ability to take more calls and capture more calls and lose less customers that are trying to come through the door. And then at the same time, you're enabling your employees to use AI to make it easier for them to find the right information. They can handle more complex calls faster, more effectively, get better job satisfaction. And you're actually elevating the business at a force multiplier because you're helping the people to do more and be more effective and get more job satisfaction. And you're helping the business by taking some of the work off of those employees and putting it onto an agent that never has to sleep, never have to feed it, and is always on.
Man,
no.
Like, I wish I had a mic. I would.
That's what I said. I'm glad we asked the question. She has a perspective than, ourselves. So absolutely.
And I would love to jump in here because a 5-minute conversation with Sunnie once actually helped me pivot my entire design. So this is a marketplace for chefs, and customers can find local chefs. So what we are trying to do is strengthen the chefs. They're able to do their business, run it like they love to cook. They don't want to do the business side of it. So what we are trying to do is like give them the tools and the technology. So even like something so simple like making a menu, with all of that is time consuming, and just a conversation about how AI can do this thing that takes like them hours, sometimes days, sometimes weeks.
Wow.
In seconds. The pricing and the menu, and the description and the ingredients and the allergens, all of that in seconds. So just 5 minutes with Sunnie was, able to, I can make it more efficient for the chefs. And, they are more, and that's the reason actually we were able to jump from 1 or 2 states. So we started in Ohio, of course, but we were able to go from here to 20 states in like a matter of 6 months.
Wow.
Using AI to help you make decisions, you need to be careful about how those decisions are being made.
Ooh,
so
that's good.
If they mess up the pricing on a menu, then there could be really significant implications. Like if you overcharge people, then they're not going to buy it. If you undercharge, then you're not going to you're going to have a deficit, and you're going to have to make that up. You want to be careful in places like hiring, right?
Yeah.
These AI models, let's be real about it. They were not necessarily trained to be completely equitable in the information that they're sharing. And I'm going to switch for just 1 second and say, that's one of the reasons I love so much about being here with all of you, is because we need to make sure that our voices are part of the conversation as it relates to
absolutely
AI and what models are being used. And there's a whole other discussion about cybersecurity and all of that we could have. So you can set up your ChatGPT or your Gemini to not train on your data, which you want to do. But that would be a conversation for another day. So anyway, my point is that as a business leader and it's an individual, take advantage of the power, but also be thoughtful and think through the decisions that you're making based on the AI and the ones that you're making for your business too.
That's good.
When you're looking at who you're going to partner with, you need to make sure that you trust them. I think trust today is more important than ever. These AI assistants, generative AI, it's non-deterministic, meaning that unlike historical traditional AI, the calculations were made in a more deterministic way. With generative AI, it's actually making predictions that are non-deterministic. And so none of us know exactly where we're going to end up with AI and how fast it's going to move. I think it's moving way faster than any of us thought.
Absolutely.
And so choosing partners that you trust and you understand their values and you align with their values and you keep honest about values and have real conversations is more important than it ever has been, because the decisions are going to be a bit of a moving target, and you want to make sure that if they're making decisions on your behalf or helping guide your decisions, that you trust the advice and the information they're giving you.
Listen, I remember Spider-Man quote that I love, with great power comes great responsibility, right? Same rule applies with AI.
Great power comes with great responsibility. That's exactly right for every one of us.
Yeah. So to kind of bring all of these gems, all of these things together, what's one thing you want to leave with our viewers that are going to see this interview about Futureland tech? If you could just wrap it up with a bow.
Come and join us. Come join us.
There we go.
Part of the conversation. Futureland is an amazing organization, and if you don't sit on the sidelines, come and jump in, and this community is going to accept you in a way that many places won't. So I didn't have to worry about being heard. I wasn't on the sidelines. I was asked to be on the stage. And that's where we want all of us to be, on the stage, in the conversation, engaged.